Greetings, Mathies. This is Mrs. Mouse, and today we are going to multiply a monomial by a polynomial. But first, this one you'll probably get. Batter up. All right, get my screen fixed here. All right, here we are. So if you remember the other day, we ended up adding and subtracting polynomials. And so we just focused on the coefficients. We did integer rules with the coefficients. Your exponent stayed the same. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different now today. You can see that it says we're going to use distributive property, but we are going to multiply the coefficients and add the exponents. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at example 1. You will have all sorts of different variables. Now make sure on your Alex assignment or even on your little CFAs that you take, you have the correct variable. Otherwise it gets counted wrong, okay? So 3m is your monomial. Mono, the prefix means 1. We're going to multiply that by each of the terms on the inside. So our final answer should have 2 terms. We're going to multiply the coefficients. 3 times 5 is 15. Invisible 1 here. So our letter m, we have 1 plus 2. M to the first times m squared is m to the third power. 3 times negative 2 would be negative 6. So I'm going to have a negative on it. Another invisible 1. M to the first times m to the first is m squared. That is final answer. Okay, so 2 things you got to remember today. Multiply the coefficients, add your exponents. Okay, let's look at example 2. 1, 2, 3. We're going to have 3 terms for our final answer. We have some invisible 1s. There's an invisible 1. There's an invisible 1. So if you ever feel like you need to put those in to help you get the correct answer, definitely do that. All right, let's get to it. So 7 times 1 is just 7. G is going to be to the 2 plus 2 to the 4th power. 7 times negative 5, negative 35. G is going to be to the 3rd power. So really important that you don't forget about those invisible 1s. And then our last term, 7g squared times positive 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Don't forget the g squared. This one just didn't have any variables. It was a constant. Sometimes we can have multiple letters in our expressions. So example 3, negative 5 times 3, negative 15. Another invisible 1 there. I'm going to go ahead and put that in for b to the 1st power. So we look at the base of a. We have squared and we have to the 4th power. 2 plus 4 is 6. B is going to be to the 4th power. Negative times a negative is a positive 30. Negative 5 times negative 6. A will be to the 4th. B will also be to the 4th power. So we're just adding those exponents. All right, go ahead and cut this in half. We'll go over the other one next block.